frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got to.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Now Taylor. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game, because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back to work on the game plan mentally, and probably not put any pads on until you play again Thursday night.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Love, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. It's Pirine to begin the drive. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run it here with Pirine. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's Pirine. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Carry for Pirine. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Love nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check pass. Check pass. Ready. And go.
Taylor. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB, They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brissett, 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Pirine. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Y'all playing the wrong football.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, Love. And the pressure gets to him again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to P-Rod, trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point safely through.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Back to throw. Love. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down. Love. He's got Lewis. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we reach, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here are the Colts to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run again with Pirine. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Brissett on first down, being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The give to Taylor. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Love. And he'll find Hall. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys on...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 50. Watch the safety creep. Switch. Squeeze. Check. Wheel. Back.
Brissett sets to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Finding some room in midfield. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Love completes it to Davis. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, here's P-Ryan. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does it? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to throw. Love. Justin Houston in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, Love, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in